Hi. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy holy day. Sunday. It's God's day today. Sunday. I hope you guys aren't working on a Sunday God because Sunday is a day of rest and you should be resting on Sunday. Last week what happened? Who remembers what happened last week in the last week Bible of Leviticus? I actually don't remember. All of last session, kind of a blur. Today, I have something really special for you. Are you ready? You ready? I added in an immersion. For immersion, I added in to my book. Hold on. Listen, watch. Wow, did you hear that? Did you hear it? Wow, did you hear that? Wow. Wow, did you hear that? Are you listening? Are you here? Did you hear that? Nobody's listening. Oh, good. More laws about cleanliness. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. I remember now. All the things to do and not to do, like not eating pig and all the animals that you're allowed to eat. And this week we're reading book number 4 out of 66, the book of Numbers, and I'm hoping there's not a whole lot of. I'm hoping there's more stories and less rules. I noticed while I was making the book some of the words, they were talking about leaving. They might have been talking about leaving. And there's a lot of numbers in this book, so be prepared for large denominators of things, you know? Shall we just begin? Get through it. The Lord, he spoke to Moses. Wait. Wow. Yep, we're still on Moses. He's quite a big player in the book of the Bible so far. You might know him. The man who split the sea. Do you know? We watched a movie about him last week, if you showed up for movie night. It applies to almost nobody. It's the dude. The chosen man of God to split the sea and free the people from Egypt. Let's continue. The Lord, the Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the desert of Sinai on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, "Take a census of the whole Israelite community by their clans and families, listing every man by name one by one. You and Aaron are to count according to their divisions all the men in Israel who are 20 years old or more and able to serve in the army, one man from each tribe. Each of them, the head of his family, is to help you. These are the names of the men who are to assist you from Reuben: Eliza son of Shedeur, From Simeon, Shalumiel, son of Zurishaddai. From Judah, Nahshon, son of Aminadab. From Issachar, Nathaniel, son of Zuah. From Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon. God says, let there be governance and census. Why did God make censuses for us? Why do we have censuses? From the sons of Joseph, from Ephraim, Elishama, son of Ammihud. From Manasseh, Gamaliel, son of Padahazur. From Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gideon. From Asher, Hagiel, son of Ochran. From Gad, Eliasaph, son of Deuel. From Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. These were the men appointed from the community, the leaders of their ancestral tribes. They were the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men whose names have been specified, and they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. The people registered their ancestry by their clans and families, and the men 20 years old or more were listed by name one by one. I hope the book tells us. I'm guessing because the leaders of civilization wanted people to participate in the census. Wait, yeah, but why would God do this? Why is this not the leader decides this? Why did God tell Moses to do this? Why did God specifically? And they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. The people registered their ancestry by their clans and families, and the men 20 years old or more were listed by name one by one, as the Lord commanded Moses, and so he counted them in the desert of Sinai. From the descendants of Reuben and the firstborn son of Israel, all the men 20 years or older or more who were able to serve in the army in the army were listed by name one by one according to the records of their clans and families. So they had the army back then as well. They had what was it called? Drafting? They had drafting. As the Lord commanded Moses, and so he counted them in the desert. So from the over 7 the army were listed by name. The number from the tribe of Reuben was 46,500. Drafting for the future Maccabees? I don't know what that is. Is that like a camp? I don't. From the descendants of Simeon, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were counted and listed by name, one by one, according to the records of their clans and families. The number of the tribe of Simeon was 59,300. From the descendants of Gad, all the men 20 years older or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name, according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Gad was 45,650. This is gonna be a long one, fellas. Strap in. I don't want to see anybody falling asleep. If I catch anybody falling asleep, I'm gonna get angry. From the descendants of Judah, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name. The number from the tribe of Judah was 74,600. From the descendants of Issachar, all the men 20 years old, older, or more, who were able to serve in the army, were listed by name, according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Issachar was 54,400. From the descendants of Zebulun, all the men 20 years older or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Zebulun was 57,400. From the sons of Joseph, from the descendants of Ephraim, all the men 20 years or older, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army. Is this your streaming voice or is it regular? What? My voice? No, this is my normal voice. From this, who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Ephraim was 40,500. From the descendants of Manasseh, all the men 20 years older or more were able to serve in the army. They were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families.
Blessed morning, Manuka.
Blessed morning, ball 12455. Blessed morning. Why? Which of my voices do you prefer? My fake streamer voice or my real voice? From the descendants of the tribe, the number from the tribe of Manasseh was 32,200. This is like a filler episode. Yeah. Yep. The number. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere. Okay. I'm sure we're gonna get to something good. This is the epilogue. We're in the epilogue right now. From the descendants of Benjamin, all the men 20 years or older or more were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number of the tribe of Benjamin was 35,400. With how specific the Bible is sometimes, I'm surprised it's exactly 35,400 and not 35,420. The number from the tribe of Dan was 62,700. From the descendants of Asher, all the men of 20 years or older or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Asher was 41,500. From the descendants of Naphtali, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. All the men 20... The number from the tribe of Naphtali was 53,400. You can always change your Twitch name. These were the men counted by Moses. I think it's like one every 3 months or 6 months. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron. Did I read the number from Naphtali? This is important. 53,400. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron and the 12 leaders of Israel. each one representing his family. All the Israelites 20 years old or more who were able to serve in Israel's army were counted according to their families. The total number was 603,550. The ancestral tribe of Levites, however, was not counted along with the others. The Lord had said to Moses, "You must not count the tribe of Levi or include them in the census of the other Israelites." Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the covenant law, over all its furnishings and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all of its furnishings. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the covenant law, all of its furnishings and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all of its furnishings. They are to take care of it and encamp around it. Is that like the temple? The tabernacle? Yeah, they built the tabernacle in Exodus, at the end of Exodus. Wait. Yeah, at the end of Exodus, it was a whole big thing of exactly how to do it. It was boring. And then in Leviticus, they make offerings and sacrifices to the god. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down. So I guess in the camp they built this whole shrine to the god, and this whole tent and shrine to the god. So now they have to move it whenever they move, I guess. They're carrying it with them. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down. And whenever the tabernacle is to be set up, the Levites shall do it. Anyone who approaches it is to be put to death. The Israelites are to set up their tents by divisions, each of them in their own camp under their standard. The Levites, however, are to set up their tents around the tabernacle of the covenant law, so that my wrath will not fall on the Israelite community. The Levites are to be responsible for the care of the tabernacle of the covenant law. They either really liked the Levites or hated the Levites because they made them set up the tent. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "The Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting, some distance from it, each of them under the standard and holding the banners of their family." I bet the Levites had to rotate the crops too. No. What is rotating the crops? Rotating the crops, what does that mean? Like in place? Like digging them up and then planting them back down? The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, The Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting, some distance from it, each of them under the standard and holding the banners of their family. Oh, each year you switch whether it was planted. I get it. You just replace it. You put a different crop in the plot. I see. On the east, toward the sunrise, the divisions of the camp of Judah are to encamp under their standard. The leader of the people of Judah is Nahshon, son of Amminadab. His division numbers are 74,600. The tribe of Issachar will camp next to them. Get ready for this next couple of sentences. Will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Issachar is Nathaniel, son of Zuar. His division numbers are 54,400. The tribe of Zebulun will be next. The leader of the people of Zebulun is Eliab, son of Helon. His division numbers 57,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Judah, according to their divisions, number 186,400. They will set out first. On the south will be the divisions of the camp of Reuben, under their standard. The leader of the people of Reuben is Eliza, son of Shadur. His division numbers are 46,500. I hope you guys are writing this down because there's gonna be some questions at the end. Questionnaire. On the south, the tribe of Simeon will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Simeon is Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai. His division numbers 59,300. The tribe of Gad will be next. The leader of the people of the Gad is Elihasaph, son of Deor. His division numbers 45,650. All the men assigned to the camp of Reuben according to their divisions number 151,450. All the men assigned to they will set out second. Then the tent of meeting and the camp of the Levites will set out in the middle of the camps. They will set out in the same order as they encamp, each in their own place under their standard. On the west will be the divisions of the camp. What? So they made a so they made a circle around the main camp out of all the other people. So like a wall of the other camps around the Levites. They said the Levites will set out in the middle of the camps. They will set out in the same order as they encamp, each in their own place under their standard. On the west will be the divisions of the camp of Ephraim under their standard. The leader of the people of Ephraim is Elishama, son of Amihud. His division numbers 40,500. The tribe of Manasseh will be next to them. The leader of the people of Manasseh is Gamaliel, son of Pedahzur. His division numbers 32,200. All the men assigned to the camp of Ephraim according to their divisions number 108,100. They will set out third. On the north will be the divisions of the camp of Dan under their standard. The leader of the people of Dan is Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. His division numbers 62,700. The tribe of Asher will camp. The tribe of Asher will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Asher is Pagiel, son of Okran. His division numbers 41,500. But the tribe of Naphtali will be next. The leader of the people of Naphtali is Ahira, son of Enan. His division numbers 53,400. I'm starting to understand why this book is called the Numbers book, the book of Numbers. All the men assigned to the camp of Dan number 157,600. They will set out last under their standards. These are the Israelites counted according to their families. All the men in the camps by their divisions number 603,550. The Levites, however, were not counted along with the other Israelites, as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Israelites did everything the Lord commanded Moses. And that is the way they encamped under their standards. And that is the way they set out, each of them with their clan and family. This is the account of the family of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord spoke to Moses at Mount Sinai. The names of the sons of Aaron were Nadab, the firstborn of Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar. Those were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests who were ordained to serve as priests. Nadab and Abihu, however, died before the Lord when they made an offering with unauthorized fire before them in the desert of Sinai. They had no sons, so Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their family, their father Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, "Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist them. They are to perform the duties for him and for the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, fulfilling the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary is to be put to death." The Lord also said to Moses, "I have taken the Levites from among the Israelites in place of the first male offspring in every Israelite woman. The Levites are mine. For the firstborn are mine, for all the firstborn are mine." Amen. Scrub them dishes. I wanna see my reflection in them. For the firstborn are mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set apart myself every firstborn in Israel. Whether human or animal, they are to be mine. I am the Lord. The Lord said to Moses in the desert of Sinai, "Count the Levites by their families and clans. Count every male a month old or more." So Moses counted them, as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. These were the names of the sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These are the sons of the Gershonite clans: Libni and Shimei. The Kohathite clans: Amram, Ishar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The Merari clans: Mali and Mushi. These were the Levite clans according to their families. To Gershon belonged the clans of the Libanites and the Shimeites. These were the Gershonite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more were counted as 7,500. The Gershonite clans were to camp on the west, behind the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Gershonites were Eliasaph, son of Lael. At the tent of meeting, the Gershonites were responsible for the care of the tabernacle and tent, its coverings, the curtain at the entrance of the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, the curtain of the entrance to the courtyard, surrounding the tabernacle and altar, and the ropes, and everything related to their use. To Kohath belonged the clans of the Amramites, Izharites, Hebronites, and Uzzielites. These were the Kohathite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more was 8,600. The Kohathite clans were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. The Kohathite clans were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Kohathite clans were Elizaphan, son of Uzziel. They were responsible for the care of the ark, the table and the lampstand, the altars, the articles of the sanctuary used in the ministering, the curtain, and everything related to their use. The chief leader of the Levites was Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest. He was appointed over those who were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clans of the Mahalites and the Mushites. These were the Merarite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more who were counted was 6,200. The leader of the families of the Merarite clans was Zuriel, son of Abiel, and were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The Merarites were appointed to care of the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, bases, and all its equipment, and everything related to their use, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes. As well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes. I already read that. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east of the tabernacle toward the sunrise, in front of the tent of meeting. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary on behalf of the Israelites. Anyone else who appointed the sanctuary was to be put to death. Approached. The total number of Levites counted as the Lord's commanded by Moses and Aaron according to their clans, including every male a month old or more, was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, yeah, but what's the Lord gonna do with all of these children? He's got like 100,000 babies in his army. What is he gonna use them for? Like, and his own personal army, or like those people that go door to door and spread the word. What are they called? The Jehovah's Witnesses. The Lord said to Moses, Jehovah's Witness. The Lord said to Moses, count all the firstborn Israelite males who are a month old or more, and make a list of their names. Take the Levites for me in place of all the firstborn of the Israelites and their livestock. And what's he gonna do with all the firstborn of the livestock? Huh? Well, I'm sure we'll find out. To take the livestock and the firstborn of the livestock of the Israelites, I am the Lord. So Moses counted all the firstborn of the Israelites as the Lord commanded him. The total number of firstborn males a month old or more listed by name was 22,273. The Lord also said to Moses, take the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of their livestock. The Levites are to be mine. I am the Lord. To redeem the 270 firstborn Israelites who exceed the number of Levites, collect 5 shekels for each one, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerahs. Give the money for the redemption of the additional Israelites to Aaron and his sons. So you get punished for. So you get taxed for having more babies. Is he selling them? You get taxed for having more babies. Give the money for the redemption of the additional Israelites to Aaron and his sons. So Moses collected the redemption money from those who exceeded the number redeemed by the Levites. I don't really understand. From the firstborn of the Israelites, he collected silver weighing 1,365 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel. Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons, as was commanded by the word of the Lord. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, take a census of the Kohathite branch of the Levites by their clans and families. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. This is the work of the Kohathites at the tent of meeting, the care of the most holy things. Aaron is rich, yes. They must have been rich. This is the work of the Kohathites. When the camp is to move, Aaron and his sons are to go in and take down the shielding curtain and put it over the Ark of the Covenant law. Then they are to cover the curtain with a durable leather. Spread cloth of solid blue over that and put the poles in place. Over the table of the presence, they are to spread a blue cloth and put on the plates, dishes, and bowls, and the jars for drink offerings. The bread that is continually there is to remain on it. They are to spread a scarlet cloth over them, cover that with a durable leather, and put the poles in place. They are to take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand that is for light, together with its lamps, its wick trimmings and trays, and all its jars for the olive oil used to supply it. They then are to wrap it and all its accessories in a covering of the durable leather and put it on the carrying flame. Over the gold altar, they are to spread a blue cloth and cover that with the durable leather and put the poles in place. They are to take all the articles used for ministering in the sanctuary, wrap them in a blue cloth, cover that with a durable leather, and put them on the carrying flame. They are to remove the ashes from the bronze altar and spread a purple cloth over it. Then they are to place on it all the utensils used for ministering at the altar, including the fire pans. That's where the cow tax went, to all the leather. The firstborn? Huh? They had to place on it all the utensils used for ministering at the altar, including the fire pans, meat forks, shovels, and sprinkling bowls. Over it, they are to spread a covering of the durable leather and put the poles in place. After Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy furnishings and all the holy articles, and when the camp is ready to move, only then are the Kohathites to come and do the carrying. But they must not touch the holy things, or they will die. The Kohathites are to carry those things that are in the tent of meeting. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, is to have charge of oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil. He is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle and everything in it. Everything in it, including the holy furnishings and articles. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "See that the Kohathite tribe clans are not destroyed from among the Levites, so that they may live and not die when they come near the most holy things. Do this for them." Aaron and his sons are to go into the sanctuary and assign to each man his work and what he is to carry. But the Kohathites must not go in to look at the holy things, even for a moment, or they will die. The Lord said to Moses, "Good morning, Golden Alva." Good morning. That's not... Lord didn't say that. Lord didn't say that to Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Take a census also of the Gershonites by their families and clans. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who come to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. This is the service of the Gershonite clans in the carrying and their other work. They are to carry the curtains of the tabernacle, that is, the tent of meeting, its covering, and the outer covering of durable leather. The curtains for the entrance of the tent of meeting. The curtains of the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, the curtain of the entrance to the courtyard, the ropes. Weekly Bible study, never. Well, yeah. I was interested and curious about the stories of the Bible, and I would never read a book by myself, so I'm doing it with you. The Bible is the only book that I could find that was not copyrighted and that I could upload to YouTube to read. That was not copyrighted that I would actually be interested in reading. So that's why we're here. That's really why we're here. Because I couldn't read Harry Potter on stream. Otherwise we'd be reading Harry Potter right now. The curtains of the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, the curtains of the entrance to the courtyard, the ropes and all the equipment used to service the tent. The Gershonites are to do all that needs to be done. Yeah, I got frustrated. I get frustrated when doing research about copyright, and I think reading books in a video does not count as fair use. I would have to commentate after every sentence and be like, yes, when Harry Potter flicked his wand, I really liked that. That was actually really nice of him. I really liked when he also then said a spell and did the thing. I think I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's stupid. I should be allowed to read a book on the internet and for my friends and family. You are my family and friends. Imagine getting a copyright strike from God. I think a lot of the old literature from 1923 or before may be in public domain. Yeah, but I don't want to read that. I don't want to read any of that garbage. I don't care about 1923 books. Like, what was made in 1923 that anybody here wants to read? All the service. The Gershonites are to do all the things that need to be done with this. Oh, Franz Kafka Metamorphosis? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't want to read that. I want to read Maze Runner. I want to read all of Maze Runner. And read what happens next in the books after the movies. You'll be cockroach or you'll be nothing at all? I don't know what that means. I haven't read Franz Kafka Metamorphosis. All the service, whether carrying or doing work, is to be done under the direction of Aaron and his sons. This is the service of the Gershonite clans at the tent of meeting. Their duties are to be under the direction of Ithamar, sons of Aaron the priest. Count the Merarites by their clans and family. Count all of the men from 30 to 50 years of age who come to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. As part of all their service at the tent, they are to carry the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, and bases, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, ropes, and all the equipment and everything related to their use, assigned to each man the specific things to carry. This is the service of the Merarite clans as they work at the tent of meeting under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Moses. Couldn't you read it, then delete the VOD for those streams? Would that make it okay? No, but I want to upload it to YouTube because, well, it's not okay. It's technically not okay. If the copyright department of who owns that book saw my stream, even if the VOD, if they saw it live, then I could be copyrighted for that. Even if I delete the VOD. I mean, technically, probably nothing will happen because, like, who the hell watches me? But it could happen. It could happen in a 0.0000% chance. Or something like that, you know? Like, mouth of word gets around. I don't know. Count the Merarites, but they count the clans of Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who come to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. As part of their service at the tent, they are to carry the frames in the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, and bases, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, ropes, and all equipment and everything related to their use. Assign to each man the specific things he is to carry. This is the service of the Meronite clans and their work at the tent of meeting under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of the community counted Kohathites by their clan and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting, 36 counted by clans. No. Were counted by clans were 2,750. This is the total of all those in the Kohathite clans who served the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord commanded through Moses. The Gershonites were counted by their clans and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting, counted by the clans and families, were 2,630. This was the total of those in the Gershonite clans who served as the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord's command. The Meronites were counted by their clans and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting, counted by their clans, were 3,200. This was the total of those in the Meronite clans. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord's command through Moses. So Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of Israel counted all the Levites by their clans and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to do the work of serving and carrying the tent of meeting numbered 8,580. At the Lord's command through Moses, each was assigned his work and was told what to carry. Thus they counted as the Lord commanded Moses. Would you believe we're only 5 chapters in on this 36 chapter what is it? Accounting document? The Lord said to Moses, yes, this is the book of Numbers. The Lord said to Moses, command the Israelites to send away from the camp anyone who has a defiling skin disease. Huh? We're not reading Numbers anymore. It's not Numbers anymore, it's story. The Lord said to Moses, command the Israelites to send away from the camp anyone who has a defiling skin disease, or a discharge of any kind, or who is ceremonially unclean because of a dead body. Send away male and female alike. Send them outside the camp, so they will not defile their camp. Not defile the camp, where I dwell among them. The Israelites did so they sent them outside the camp. They did just as the Lord instructed through Moses. The Lord said to Moses, do you know this? Do you know what happens in this book? Is it all just reading numbers? And counting things? Because I honestly can't believe I woke up for this. Almost. I would always wake up to spread the good word of the Lord. Say to the Israelites, any man or woman who wrongs another in any way and so is unfaithful to the Lord is guilty and must confess the sin they have committed. They must make full restitution for the wrong they have done, add 1/5 of the value to it, and give it to the person they have wronged. But if that person has no close relative to whom restitution can be made for the wrong, the restitution belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest, along with the ram with which atonement is made for the wrongdoer. But besides Exodus, I don't really remember where that come from. Okay. Well, it seems like we're finished with Numbers now, so. But if that person has no close relative to whom restitution can be made for the wrong, the restitution belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest, along with the ram with which atonement is made for the wrongdoer. All the sacred contributors the Israelites bring to a priest will belong to him. Sacred things belong to their owners, but what they give to the priest will belong to the priest. Then the Lord said to Moses, Then the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, so that another man has sexual relations with her, and this is hidden from her husband and her impurity is undetected, since there was no witness against her and she has not been caught in the act brackets. And if feelings of jealousy come over her husband and he suspects his wife and she is impure, or if he is jealous and suspects her even though she is not impure, then he is to take his wife to a priest. He must also take an offering of 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour on her behalf. He must not pour olive oil on it, or pour incense on it, because it is a grain offering for jealousy, a reminder offering to draw attention to wrongdoing. But the priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. What about if the husband is unfaithful? I hope they have an equivalent. I'm guessing they may not. Well, no, men are not unfaithful. No. The priest shall bring her and have her. Back in these days, men being unfaithful was inconceivable, because nobody did that. The priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. Then he shall, because it is the woman who tricks the man into having impure relations, so that is the woman's fault. As we learned from the very beginning, remember Adam and Eve? I think you might know them, Adam and Eve. Who tricked Adam into destroying all of mankind and ruining everything. The priest shall. That's why the true Orthodox synagogues and churches have the separate sections for men and women. Ah, is that why? The priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. Then he shall take some holy water in a clay jar and put some dust from the tabernacle floor into the water. After the priest has had the woman stand before the Lord, and he shall loosen her hair and place in her hands the remainder offering, the grain offering for jealousy, while he himself holds the bitter water that brings a curse. Then the priest shall put the woman under an oath and say to her, "If no other man has had sexual relations with you, and you have not gone astray and become impure while married to your husband, may this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you." So if you cheat, then you get cursed. But if you have gone astray while married to your husband and you have made yourself impure by having sexual relationships with another man other than your husband, here the priest is to put the woman under this curse. May the Lord cause... Here the priest is to put the woman under this curse. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. Oh no. What's an abdomen? I don't know. I still don't know what part of that body is that. Is that like the love handles part? In the sides? They're your abs? Abdomen. I get it. Like here? Like my tummy? Like below my ribs. Wait, where are abs? Where do abs go? My tummy. So it's like where the belly would end up if you were an emperor. Ah. So if you cheat on your male, you will miscarry and your abdomen will hurt. May this water bring a curse. May this water that brings a curse enter your body, so that your abdomen swells and your womb miscarries. Then the woman is to say, Amen, so be it. The priest is to write these curses on a scroll and then wash them off in the bitter water. He shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings a curse, and this water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering will enter her. The priest is to take from her hands the grain offering for the jealousy, wave it before the Lord, and bring it to the altar. The priest is then to take a handful of the grain offering as a memorial offering and burn it on the altar. After that, he is to have the woman drink the water. If she has made herself impure and has been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result. When she is made to drink the water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering, it will enter her. Her abdomen will swell, and her well will miscarry, and she will become a curse. If, however, the woman has not made herself impure, but is clean, she will be cleared of guilt and will be able to have children. This, then, is the law of jealousy when a woman goes astray and makes herself impure while married to her husband, or when feelings of jealousy come over a man because he suspects his wife. The priest is to have her stand before the Lord and is to apply this entire law to her. The husband will be innocent of any wrongdoing, but the woman will bear the consequences of her sin. What? Then the law, the husband will be innocent of any wrongdoings. The priest is to have her stand before the Lord. Any wrongdoings? What wrongdoings? What wrongdoings? What? So if you do not the husband's father. It's not the husband's father the child died fault. It's not the husband's fault the child died, is basically what it says. Oh! The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man or woman wants to make a special vow, a vow of dedication to the Lord as a Nazirite, they must abstain from wine and other fermented drink, and must not drink vinegar made from wine or other fermented drink. They must not drink grape juice or eat grapes or raisins. As long as they remain under the Nazirite vow, they must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, not even the seeds or skins. During the entire period of their Nazirite vows, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the period of their dedication to the Lord is over. They must let their hair grow long. Throughout the period of their dedication, the Nazirite must not go near a dead body, even if their own father or mother or brother or sister dies. They must not make themselves ceremonially unclean on account of them, because the symbol of their dedication to God is on their head. Throughout the period of their dedication, they are consecrated to the Lord. If somebody dies suddenly in the Nazirite's presence, thus defiling the hair that symbolizes their dedication, they must shave their head on the 7th day, the day of their cleansing. Then on the 8th day they must bring 2 doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The priest is to offer one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering, to make atonement for the Nazirite, because they sinned by being in the presence of the dead body. That same day they are to consecrate their head again, they must rededicate themselves to the Lord for the same period of dedication and must bring a year-old male lamb as a guilt offering. The previous days do not count because they became defiled during their period of dedication. Now this is the law of the Nazarite. When the period of their dedication is over, they are to be brought to the entrance to the tent of meeting. I was wondering if is this, since the New Testament is about Jesus, then is there a new Old Testament that is studied in synagogues? Because are they or are Jewish people in synagogue still reading this? They are to present their Now this is the law of the Nazarite people when their period of dedication is over. They are to be brought to the entrance to the tent of meeting. They are to present their offerings to the Lord, a year-old male lamb without defect for a burnt offering, a year-old ewe lamb without defect for a sin offering, a ram without defect for a fellowship offering, together with their grain offering and drink offerings, a basket of bread made with the finest flour and without yeast, thick loaves and olive oil mixed in, and thin loaves brushed with the olive oil. The priest is to present all these before the Lord and make the sin offering and a burnt offering. He is to present the basket of unleavened bread and is to sacrifice the ram. As a fellowship offering to the Lord together with its grain offering and a drink offering. Then they don't read all of this. They don't study all of this. They only go over the main parts, right? Or does the rabbi really go over like everything? Or is it only the stories that go over? They wouldn't go over the parts like the like the misogynistic parts, right? Etc. He is to present the basket of unleavened bread to sacrifice the ram as a fellowship offering to the Lord together with its grain offering and drink offering. Then at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the Nazarite must shave off the hair that symbolizes the dedication. They are to take the hair and put it in the fire that is under the sacrifice of the fellowship offering. After the Nazarite has shaved off their hair that symbolizes their dedication, the priest is to place their hands in a boiled shoulder of the ram. Is to place their hands a boiled shoulder of the ram and one thick loaf and one thin loaf from the basket, both made without yeast. The priest shall then wave these before the Lord as a wave offering. They are holy and belong to the priest, together with the breast that was waved and the thigh that was presented. After that, the Nazarite may drink the wine. This is the law of the Nazarite who vows offerings to the Lord in accordance with their dedication, in addition to whatever else they can afford. They must fulfill the vows they have made according to the law of the Nazarite. The Lord said to Moses, he said, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace." So they put my name on the Israelites, and I will bless them. Offerings at the dedication of the tabernacle. That was the title. When Moses finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed and consecrated it and all its furnishings. He also anointed and consecrated the altar and its utensils. The leaders of Israel, the head of families. Wait, so why are they called leaders of Israel? Because they're not in Israel yet, are they? Where is Mount Sinai? They would be in Israel because they're not in Egypt. Then the leaders of Israel, the subtle foreshadowing. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of the families who were the tribal leaders in charge of those who were counted, made offerings. They brought as their gifts before the Lord 6 covered carts and 12 oxen, an ox for each leader and a cart from every 2. These they presented before the tabernacle. The Lord said to Moses, he said, "Accept these from them. They may be used in the work at the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levites as each man's work requires." So Moses took the carts and the oxen and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 carts and 4 oxen to the Gershonites as their work required. And he gave 4 carts and 8 oxen to the Meronites as their work required. They were all under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. But Moses did not give any to the Kohathites, because they were to carry on their shoulders the holy things for which they were responsible. When the altar was anointed, the leaders brought their offering for its dedication and presented them before the altar. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Each day 1 leader is to bring his offering for the dedication of the altar." The one who brought his offering on the first day was Nahshon, son of Amminadab, of the tribe of Judah. Mount Sinai was in Egypt? Maybe. Well, they escaped Egypt and they crossed the sea. They escaped Egypt and crossed the sea, the Red Sea, which separates Egypt and Israel, I think. I would assume. Yeah, I was confused because I thought they had to walk really, really far to get to Israel. But Moses to carry, I'm trying to like piece into my head where they are right now. In my brain, they're like right on the other side of the water from Egypt. But probably not, because they walked with God in front or something to Mount Sinai. Yeah, like in the Prince of Egypt movie, remember? His offering was one silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs, a year old, to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. On the 2nd day, Nathaniel, son of Zuar, and leader of Issachar, brought his offering. The offering he brought was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb, a year old, for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs for a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Nathaniel son of Zuar. On the third day, Eliab son of Helon, the leader of the people of Zebulun, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel. Each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. One gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram and 1 male lamb, a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs, a year old, to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Eliab, son of Helon. On the 4th day, Eliza, son of Shadur, the leader of the people of Reuben, brought this offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130. Oh my God. My God, holy God, my Lord, thank you for providing such a text for me to read right now. On the 4th day, Eliza of Shadur, the leader of people of Reuben, brought this offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. What? A gold dish? But a shekel is made of silver. You can't equate gold to silver, right? 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs, a year old, to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Eliza, son of Shaddai. On the 5th day, Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, the leader of the people of Simeon, brought this offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, and 1 year old, for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering. How do they have gold and silver? Are they like mining? Do they have mining operations? Or is gold so prominent on the earth, like on this close to the surface or something? Like how are they getting all of this gold and silver? And 2 oxen, 5 rams, or like maybe they got it from Egypt or something. I'm guessing Egypt had like little mine shafts and stuff. And 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs, a year old, to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai. On the 6th day, Eliasaph, son of Duel, the leader of the people of Gad, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, for the burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old, to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elisapha, son of Duel. On the 7th day, Elisama, son of Amihad, the leader of the people of Ephraim, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 run ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering. On the 4th day, Eliza... There's always something wrong with this page. And 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs, and a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elishama, son of Amihab. On the 8th day, Gamaliel, son of Pedahazur, the leader of the people of Manasseh, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with the olive oil and as a grain offering. One gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. The book of Numbers is not gonna... the book of Numbers is not long enough. Can we extend this? Can we extend this to be at least 5 hours long? 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, 1 year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Gamaliel, son of Pedahazur. On the 9th day, Abidan, son of Gideon, the leader of people of Benjamin, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male, 1 lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Abidan, son of Gideon. On the 10th day, Ahizah, son of Ammishaddai, the leader of the people of Dan, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, weighed according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Ahizah, son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day, Pagiel, son of Akran, the leader of the people of Asher, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate, 1 silver plate, 1 silver drink weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering. And 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Pagiel, son of Akran. On the 12th day, Ahira, son of Enan, the leader of the people of Naphtali, brought his offering. There's gonna be a cliffhanger. Get ready. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil and grain offering. One of the leaders are gonna bring something like One of the leaders is going to bring something a little short, and God is going to get angry. Get ready. So I'm predicting. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil and grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull and 1 ram and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Ariah, son of Enan. These were the offerings of the Israelite leaders for the dedication of the altar when it was anointed: 12 silver plates, 12 silver sprinkling bowls, and 12 gold dishes. Each silver plate weighed 130 shekels, and each sprinkling bowl 70 shekels. Altogether, the silver dishes weighed 2,400 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel. Before they were writing in numerals and numbers, but now they're writing out the full words. 2,400 shekels. The 12 gold dishes filled with incense weighed 10 shekels each, according to the sanctuary shekel. Altogether, the gold dishes weighed 120 shekels. The total number of animals for the burnt offerings came to 12 young bulls, 12 rams, 12 male lambs a year old, together with their grain offering. 12 male goats were used for the sin offering. The total number of animals for the sacrifice of the fellowship offering came to 24 oxen, 60 rams, 60 male goats, and 60 male lambs a year old. These were the offerings for the dedication of the altar after it was anointed. When Moses entered the tent of meeting to speak to the Lord, he heard the voice speaking to him from between the 2 cherubim above the atonement cover of the ark of the covenant law. In this way, the Lord spoke to him. The Lord said to Moses, "I changed my mind. I don't want any of this. Send it back." Speak to Aaron and say to him, "When you set up the lamps, see all 7 light and the area in front of the lampstand." Aaron did so. He set up the lamps so that they faced towards the lampstand, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is how the lampstand was made. It was made of hammered gold. From its base to its blossoms, the lampstand was made exactly like the pattern the Lord had shown Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the Levites from among all the Israelites and make them ceremonially clean. Purify them. Do this: sprinkle water water of cleansing on them, and have them shave their whole bodies and wash their clothes, and so they will purify themselves. Have them take a young bull with its grain offering of the finest flour mixed with olive oil. Then you are to take a second young bull for a sin offering. Bring the Levites to the front of the tent of meeting and assemble the whole Israelite community. You are to bring the Levites before the Lord, and the Israelites are to lay their hands on them. Aaron is to present the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the Israelites, so that they may be ready to do the work of the Lord. Then the Levites are to lay their hands of the head of the bulls, using one for a sin offering to the Lord and the other for a burnt offering, to make atonement for the Levites. In this way you are to set apart from the other Israelites, and the Levites will be mine. After you have purified the Levites and presented them as a wave offering, they are to come to do their work at the tent of meeting. They are the Israelites who are to be given wali to me. I have taken them as my own in place of the firstborn, the first male offspring from every Israelite woman. Every firstborn male in Israel, whether human or animal, is mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set them apart for myself, and I have taken the Levites in place of all the firstborn sons in Israel. From among the Israelites, I have also given the Levites as gifts to Aaron and his sons to do the work as the tent of meeting on behalf of the Israelites, and to make atonement. Hi, Mick, good morning. To Aaron and his sons to do the work of the tent of meeting on behalf of Israelites, and to make atonement for them so they will not plague so that no plague will strike the Israelites when they go near the sanctuary. Moses, Aaron, and the whole Israelite community did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded. The Levites purified them and washed their bodies. The Levites purified themselves and washed their clothes. Then Aaron presented them as a wave offering before the Lord and made atonement for them to purify them. After that, the Levites came to do their work at the tent of meeting under the supervision of Aaron and his sons. They did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "This applies to the Levites. Men 25 years old or more shall come to take part in the work at the tent of meeting." Oops. My legs are getting restless. But at the age of 50, they must retire from their regular service and work no longer. They may assist their brothers in performing their duties at the tent of meeting, but they themselves must not do the work. This, then, is how you are to assign the responsibilities of the Levites. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. I'll read one more chapter. Actually, I think I'll end it now. I'll stop here because the next chapter is about other things. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was it. The next chapter is an actual story. Next week is going to be actual story. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? It's actual story, and Miriam is there. Sorry, spoilers. You remember Miriam from The Prince of Egypt? The movie we watched? Next week. That was all of that, 2 hours. That was 9 chapters. Wow. I'm gonna go, I'll say my goodbyes. And remember, today is the Sunday. Today is Sunday. So Sunday is a day of rest and you are not to work on a Sunday. Take it easy. Take a load off. Unless you're living on the east side of the world, in which case it is no longer Sunday, so get your buns to work. Start working. I hope you enjoyed today. Today's Bible reading, as I did. And I'll see you all next week at the same time, 11 p.m. a.m. EST. Goodbye.